Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Luke and I do perfume reviews here on YouTube. I mainly focus on designer, vintage and affordable fragrances, so if you're interested in that kind of content, please consider subscribing. In this video, I'll be reviewing TRÉSOR by Lancôme, released back in 1990. This is the current formulation. It's the eau de parfum, and it's one of my favorite 90s fragrances. I do have a video about 90s fragrances, and I'm planning to do an updated 90s video, so stay tuned for that. But let's talk about this fragrance and the perfumer who created it. Sophia Grojsman was the perfumer behind this fragrance. She's a Belarus perfumer and she emigrated to America in the 1960s. She has a massive catalogue of scents dating back to the 1970s. She created so many classics. Her specialty are florals, and TRÉSOR is believed to be one of her best fragrances, if not her best fragrance. My personal favourite happens to be Ivresse from YSL, but TRÉSOR also has a special place in my heart because I used to wear it about a couple of summers ago when I was feeling very lonely, and this would be my fragrance to wear just for myself, to take myself out. Yes, I would go for a coffee by myself, I would drive around by myself, and if you're feeling lonely, just learn to appreciate your own company. But I digress. Let's go back to the technical details about this fragrance. TRÉSOR or TRÉSOR is classified as an oriental floral, but I would classify it as a fruity floral vanilla. It's very fruity, very powdery. The main notes are peach, rose, vanilla, some woody notes in the base, some iris. It's quite a simple fragrance, but it's also very distinct because it mostly consists of what Sophia named the Hug Me Accord, the Grojsman Accord. It's an accord in perfumery that Sophia herself invented and pioneered. This accord actually makes up almost 80% of the total formula, and this is a style of perfumery that Sophia Grojsman pioneered, and she was known for this. She was known for her big, fruity floral, fresh, spicy florals with a hint of woods, with a hint of vanilla. It's a very distinct style, and you either love it or you hate it. The Grojsman Accord consists of hedione, which is a molecule that smells like jasmine, Isoe Super, which is a synthetic wood, I believe, galaxolide, which is a vintage style musk. Galaxolide isn't really used in modern fragrances anymore because we have other musks now. But galaxolide is said to give fragrances a very nice laundry-like freshness. And I can definitely smell that in this fragrance. And then we also have methyl-ionone, which smells like violet or iris. And we also have some ambroxan, which makes this scent woody. And I can definitely smell those wood shavings in the base. It does have a woody nuance. Enough about chemistry. Let's talk about the iconic story surrounding the creation of this fragrance. There are so many secrets and coincidences surrounding the creation of this beautiful fragrance. Back in the 90s, Lancôme hired Isabella Rossellini to be the spokesperson and the main model for the brand, and she was involved in the creation of this fragrance. There was a fragrance called TRÉSOR back in the 50s, but Lancôme wanted to reimagine the scent completely, and the perfumer Sophia Grojsman worked on the new version. And Lancôme actually wanted the face of the fragrance to have a more hands-on role, and she actually got to choose the final version of the fragrance. She met with Sophia, smelled a couple of samples, and chose one, and that sample that she chose was what became TRÉSOR later. In her own words, Isabella says, I had a voice, an opinion, and if I was going to talk about this perfume, I wanted to know everything from the composition to how the bottle was made. When she was smelling the lab samples, she found her absolute favourite, and she knew that it was quite a particular scent that would be kind of hard to market, but she went for it anyway, and she did meet with Sophia, and that's when the magic happened, and it's also what makes this fragrance so special and so magical. Sophia said to Isabella, "You know, Bella, a few years ago I saw this film, Casablanca, and I was inspired by the romance, the adventure, the mystery, and that night I worked on a fragrance, which became TRÉSOR. And who was the star of that film? Well, Isabella's mother, Ingrid Bergman, the iconic actress Ingrid Bergman. It was an extraordinary coincidence, and it made Isabella love this fragrance even more, and she still wears it to this day. In a couple of interviews, she says that she always has a bottle, she sprays it anywhere she goes, and she still loves it." So that was the story of TRÉSOR as told by perfumesociety.org. I want to say a few more things about the notes. According to the Lancôme website, the official notes for this fragrance, not the ones on Fragrantica, are rose petals, apricot blossom, and peach tree flowers. Middle notes, lily of the valley, vanilla, heliotrope, and iris. Heliotrope and iris give it a lot of powderiness. And then in the base, we've got sandalwood and musk. So this is pretty much it. Florals, fresh florals, rose, peach, vanilla, powdery notes, musk, and sandalwood. And TRÉSOR is indeed a beautiful, fruity, powdery floral scent. It's a rose peach with lots of powder, sandalwood in the dry down. When you spray it on, it's juicy, it's sour, it's sweet, but it's also very powdery. And I find this to be quite an elegant scent and also quite a mature scent, but still sweet, not old-fashioned at all, but most of all, delicate, romantic, and yes, it's a feminine fragrance. I really love the advertisement with Isabella Rossellini from the 90s. That music alone is iconic. The background, the colours, it's all very soft and romantic. And this is what this fragrance is, basically. It's a soft, romantic fragrance. In terms of performance, I would say it's neither weak nor strong. It really depends on how much you spray. The sillage is moderate, the projection is moderate, it lasts about 8 hours on me, it's never overpowering, it's a soft scent but it's not weak. I do wish it was stronger, maybe the new formula, doesn't pack quite as much of a punch as the original, which was very, very strong. But I can't really complain because I absolutely love the scent, the story behind it is just fascinating, full of coincidences. I absolutely love the bottle design. It looks like a jewel and I really like the black sprayer. It's such a nice contrast. To me, this is such a luxurious fragrance. I don't know why. It's not the most expensive smelling fragrance, but the overall experience is very luxurious, at least in my opinion. So that's all I wanted to say about this beautiful fragrance. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you like TRÉSOR. I know that some of my subscribers don't really like it, but I'm a huge fan. I have to have this in my collection. It's the most beautiful, peachy, rosy, powdery scent. It's an embrace in a bottle. Make sure to give this video a like before you leave. And remember, l'amour est un trésor. Love is a treasure.